that is on our policy that the insurance company has not paid to Russellwood yet that we feel we are deserved. Okay? Now, it may not end up being the full 1.3 because our bills may not come to that
I don't
number.
understand, but why is our insurance paying for it at all? Other than getting it going.
This is the way it works. You go through your insurance company, and then
And you
your
sue them.
insurance company is to go and subrogate against their insurance company. I will say, that the board, is in talks. We did have a closed session that, we are going to move forward after the roofing company. It's not documented because we need to file a suit before that happens.
But why didn't we file a suit in the beginning? Just right off the bat.
Yes, ma'am.
Why didn't we file a suit at the beginning?
It's being explored.
Number
This is-
two, how do we know it really was an accident? Number three, where's the fire report of how this started, where it started? Who was up in the roof? and
It's a
where's
good
all the-
question. Until it goes to a lawsuit, Citizens is not gonna be required to release that.
But I understand you can do that at the same time, kind of like that accidents, you put the claim through your insurance and you get a lawyer to sue the people that were on top of that roof. And how do we know the asbestos is not a fraud, that there was really asbestos in the building?
Because we have the documentation.
And there were guys with suits, white suits on, cause I go around the building every day.
Did they do the final test on the material is the question.
So for the
You can
citizens,
sue them and find that out, because that's not a record to us. Yes, ma'am?
so for the citizens claim, are we understanding you to say today, on the record, in front of all of us witnesses, that the citizens claim has, the statute of limitations, or whatever you call that, has not expired? You're stating that it's still a
The
possibility
limitations
to
have
pursue?
expired, okay? However, and this is closed information between, conversations between me, insurance, upper management with Wise, they have personally told us to come up with our number and they will review it. After numerous times of telling us that we needed to file a lawsuit, they considered, and that is what the company who we've hired, Alteria, right now, is providing to them right now.
When the clock on statute of limitations pick up again when you renew the talks.
But what I'm getting at is the last conversation I was part of, it's not, they are still talking to us. Okay? It's not, you have to file a lawsuit, we are working with them still. And because it wasn't a new claim that was being filed, which they were trying to claim, which would then make it the 2-year. These is still the original. So that's where we're at with them. So I know an owner may have gotten a document that says this and is sharing it with people, but she's not privy to those conversations that took place over the telephone with these different people, so she doesn't know that information.
So what you're saying, whatever the new development is, that would be documented, like information that we, the owners, would be.
I would
able to
not
see?
share that information when I'm in the middle of still negotiating. You guys are bringing things up where we haven't even filed a lawsuit yet that you want me to say in the public, and I would rather that information not get back to these people before those things happen.
You're saying you'd rather, but this is all a big, complicated thing that's been going on a very long time.
So all I can
How
say
would-
is,
What would be our, our evidence of how things are really taking place when we would be legally entitled?
that's why I'm
to see
trying to share,
documentation?
overshare with you right now. But realistically, these are ongoing legal matters, and I shouldn't be speaking any more about them tonight. We're working on them. Anybody else?
Will we be getting a budget on the portal about 802? An accounting of 802?
Anybody else have a question? Yes.
152, I would also move that, or request kindly that we have the budget moved onto the portal at some point so we can see if they are public numbers. Is that a possibility?
When we are completed, everything will be completed and you will have record of everything.
Thank you.
Nobody's hiding anything. Nobody's saying that there aren't records of everything. You've seen every single invoice of every single expense we've had on the fire building. There is nothing to hide. You've seen it. So that's where we stand. And once, but we do not have the report compilated to the point where we could just hand you and say, here, which somebody would like, but I'm not gonna create that. I will create that report when the job is done.
Any other questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. There is a statute, it's the end of the month.
Okay, also, the cameras, is it decided that you're gonna take down the front entrance cameras and or you're gonna leave those up along with the side gate cameras?
Yeah, we're just talking about the cameras out here and the two around the corner that are focused on the dumpster.
Okay, so
Those are the only ones I'm taking down.
the front cameras and the back cameras will
Yep, they're still there.
Okay, thank you.
Now can you explain why the others are being taken down? It's been brought up.
We could speak on it. Honestly, it's just been a huge expense to the community. The police come and every time the association has to pull the footage, none of the board members do that. It happens through a third-party vendor. Everything is stamped and whatnot, and he charges the association. He charges regularly to come out and change the batteries and the solar panels, the fees for each one of the cameras in general. The bottom line is they were installed on the trash cans to catch people that were littering and dumping things, and as long as I've been here, it's never been once used for the reason they were placed there. So that would be the reasoning, is it's been an expense to the association and it's not working for the intended purpose that they were first installed.
What was it, $350 a month, just to have the cameras up there for him to come and check
And
them?
he always finds something.
He
He's
always
always
finds
replacing
something.
a different
I
camera.
I mean, we're spending between $3,000 and $4,000 a year on something that it has no effect.
Well, last month.
Why
there
waste our money?
Bob,
There's gotta be a system where you don't need an outside vendor, you send a signal to an internal server or something, no?
But somebody has to come and capture that and then put it on a thumb drive or something to provide for a record request or for the sheriff or whatever. So that's where it stands.
Well, last
Do
month,
it.
last month, the bill was $888 for 1 month. And we felt like that was just, it had gone over the edge.
Leave the signs anyway.
Yeah. Do we have any other
Any
questions?
other questions?
Well, so we're paying a furniture hauler
Do we have a
to,
motion to adjourn?
we're paying a furniture hauler to dump
All those in
furniture?
Favor?
favor? Same here.
We're
Aye.
not paying him additionally, no.
We're not paying him
It's included
additionally.
in the contract amount. It always has been.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Second by Margaret.
We're done.
That's,
We're done. Thank you,
3 of 3.
Thank you, Douglas.
Thank you guys for coming up. Again, if anybody is part of the fire building or something and you didn't get the detail or something that you're wanting specifics to your unit, feel free to call me on those. I've been speaking to different owners. We are getting to the point where some of those people are wanting to get access so they can start planning with their contractors for their portion, and no problem with that. We're setting that up through Stephanie and ServPro. I think we've had 4 or 5 already gain access to be able to figure out what it's gonna be for their finishing.
Yeah. If you need to go in, if you're an owner in 802 and you need to go into it, make measurements, take pictures, whatever, I'm here every day.
We do need to
Contact me,
stay,
I'll walk you in.
Okay.
stay through Stephanie though, because there are legal